Hi, I'm Nina Mohanty, the CEO of Bloom Money.
Hey, and I'm Dan James. I'm the CTO, or the technology guy behind Bloom Money.
And we're the founders of Bloom Money.
Yep.
We wanted to share with you a little bit of our story and why we left our jobs to start this company. Bloom Money is really focused on helping people create wealth for themselves longer term. We really are focused on diaspora communities or newcomers to the UK. But really, we're for everyone, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. So I grew up in a not very well-off background in a pretty rough area. It was a single-parent household living off benefits, and it was often a choice between a loaf of bread or a pint of milk because we couldn't afford both. So having a savings scheme like Bloom would have been hugely beneficial back then.
My parents were both immigrants to the United States. And as you can probably tell from my accent, I am now an immigrant living in the UK. And it can be really difficult to get yourself settled when you move to a new country. You have to sort out everything from finding a place to live, perhaps getting your family settled, but also learning oftentimes a completely new financial system, which was definitely the case for me. So we founded Bloom Money to really support people who are on that journey. We're really excited to launch our first product, which is called Bloom Circles. It's a digital version of something called a ROSCA, or Rotating Savings and Credit Association. But really, it's just a community way of pulling money together and helping each other out. So I know this from my family. My grandmothers on both sides of my family used to run these. My grandmother in India, we call them chit funds, and she would organize them in her village. My grandmother in Taiwan used to take part in these, which we called hui in Taipei. And my parents have also taken part in them, and I have as well. So I have a very personal story with these circles.
And I didn't realize until I started looking into it that I also had a very close and personal story with it. So my grandparents, they sold their house when they moved away from the city for close to 6 figures to an all-cash buyer who had funded it using a ROSCA system.
It was a Bangladeshi family, right?
It was, yes.
Yeah, they call it committee. Yeah. So it's everywhere around us. And what we're trying to do at Bloom is to serve communities that want to create a better life for their families, which I think is mostly everyone, right?
Absolutely.
Dan and I have worked together for a few years now, haven't we? Together we have, what?
So probably over 10 years experience in the industry, in the finance industry.
In the finance industry. So we're in an industry called fintech, or financial technology. And we had the pleasure of working together before. And I was able to convince Dan to come and join me to build Bloom Money. So we're really excited to be on this journey and to bring lots of cool, innovative products to you. Absolutely.
And as well as that, I don't think it took much convincing. It was as soon as I heard, the company mission and who were trying to help, the kinds of people that would use this system, that I could see using this system, it sort of spoke to me. It was like a quality.
Absolutely.
And as I mentioned, growing up in the situation that I did, seeing the benefit of that, one of the drivers for me has always been to try and help people in the situation that I live through out of that situation now. And I think that a product like Bloom Circles has that benefit of being able to help not just one family, but many families in various situations. So I think there's a huge benefit there for it.
At Bloom Money, we take our responsibility to look after your money incredibly seriously. We know how important it is for you to trust us, just like you trust everyone in your community. And so to do that, we've done several things. The first thing is that we are regulated by the FCA, also known as the Financial Conduct Authority. They are the watchdogs of the financial services industry.
We're also working with several partners for IDV, or more more commonly known as identity verification, which allows us to create a layer of trust between ourselves and participants in the circle, but also between you and circle participants to ensure that you know they are who they say they are.
When it comes to your payments, we use the leading providers in the industry to make sure that your payments are safe and secure. And we also will never see any of your payment details. So that is super, super safe.
We're also working with some of the industry leaders in fraud detection. So if something suspicious happens with your payments or your accounts, we'll know instantly and we'll block the payments if there is one, so that no one has access to your money who shouldn't.
At Bloom Money, we know that money is so important, and keeping your money safe is so important to us too. Therefore, we're always working harder to make sure that the app is safe and secure and giving you the best experience possible.